All right. So what happened? Um, last week or like 2 weeks ago, I guess. Um, I noticed that Mouse, her eye was like her tear duct. Um, has always like acted up. Thank you, Nelson. Yeah, her tear duct's always like sort of acted up and like stuff came out, right? But it was never like it was just a thing. Um, couldn't really do anything about it, and it wasn't really bothering her. But now it was like stuff coming out again. Oh wow, next. Holy moly. Stuff was coming out again. And also her eye was like visibly she was squinting it, right? So it was like half the size because she was holding it closed kind of. Um and so obviously that's it was like irritating her, right? And another thing was that her face, like you have the thing here with the whiskers, right? Like her cheek or her what do you call it? Her lip, I don't know. One of them was like thicker. So no longer symmetrical, if that makes sense. And like you're like, oh well, whatever. No, but it was like it's different, right? If something is different, then it's significant. And it was on the same side as the eye, so there was like something there that was not okay. So I made an appointment. Um, I called Monday. Was it the 6th? I called the vet on Monday. Uh, no wait, was it Monday? Yeah, it was it's 5 days ago, not six. Sorry. I called them on Monday, on the 5th, and I was like, "Hey, I want to make an appointment." They were completely full on Monday, so we couldn't go. So, um, on the 6th, a friend of mine came over, picked us up, and we made it to the thing. So they weighed her. She was 3.2 kilograms. 3.2, which is nothing. Like she used to be 5.5, in her heydays. So 3.2 is like she was a shadow of her former self. So like yeah, it was nothing. Like you could see like when she was standing like behind her, like, in front of her hips, right? It was just like it was nothing. So that was like wow. Um, but yeah, wanted to still try something obviously. Um, so I got two medication. I got antibiotics. And I got um like an infection blocker kind of. They were both oral, so I had to just put them in her mouth. I wish they would have been injections because those she actually doesn't mind, but the oral they did was not a success. So one of them was twice a day, the other one was once a day. So I tried that on the evening. It was the first time I had to do it, both of them, and then another one on the in the morning. And both times it was just such a struggle. She hated it. It was so much stress for her. Not cool. She didn't like it. Plus, she just eaten and she threw because she has to eat with it, right? She needs to have some food in her stomach. She would just barf it all out. I would find in my bedroom. I would find her lunch or her dinner. Like, and she already is so thin, so she needs that food desperately, right? So both times when I gave it to her in the morning as well, she just barfed it back out. Hey Dawn, there she is. Oh man. Yeah, so she would just barf it back out. So that was not ideal. And then she also started breathing, like when she breathed in, her mouth would be open, which for a cat is really not good, right? So, I'm just gonna get through the story and then we can, you know. So for a cat, it's really not good breathing in with their mouth open. And I was looking at her and I was thinking to myself, like, is she gonna recover from this? Like, even if I get the medication in, she's 16. Is she gonna climb out of this? And I just couldn't see myself saying yes. And then I was like, well, there's my answer, you know? So that was on Wednesday. And like at 1 a.m., I messaged a friend of mine. I was like, hey, are you awake? He's like, yeah. Because that's the guy that helped me with the car thing. I was like, yeah, Mel's not doing okay. I'm gonna call them tomorrow morning. So, and then started bawling my eyes out. I mean, I've been crying before that as well because I just knew that it was coming. But yeah. So yeah, took her at 2. Appointment was at 3. I'm gonna take a sip. Jesus. So yeah, I asked the vet as well, like, do you agree? She's like, yeah, absolutely. She just wasn't gonna get out of that. There's also that we measured her diabetes or sugar as well. Hey Grocker. We measured her sugar as well. It was like super high, like 26, which is way too high. But because she had all this going on, like you can't really put her on insulin because she's gonna go into a hypo again. And it was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, 16 years, man. So yeah, um, we actually took her to crematorium, um, for vets, for pets, sorry, for animals, uh, where you can really say goodbye. Like that's where they go normally anyway. But I've worked at the vet, and I wanted to take her myself, so we drove there and said goodbye there. And like you have a couple options there. You can have her cremated solo and get the ashes back, or you can have her cremated solo, but they throw the ashes out over sea. You can have her cremated in a group and they throw the ashes out over sea, which is the one I picked. Yeah, yeah. Like super respectful as well. They had like this little bed there, and I put her in there, and it was like, my god. I got some pics too, but yeah. Said goodbye there, and yeah. Then we went to his house for a little bit, my friend, and we just, I don't know, just put the Olympics on and had some fun with his 3D printer and just talked, you know, just to get my mind off things. Had a few beers. He's like, "What do you want to do? You want to go get drunk?" I was like, "Yeah, kind of." So yeah, and that was Wednesday, and it was really rough. Like, I knew it was gonna be rough, but I was not prepared for how hard it was gonna be. So yeah. Thank you, Grogger. Yeah, Mouse is no more. And it was like on the morning that I was gonna take her away, um, I had Like, she used to spoon with me right under the blankets, but those last 2 days she would just sit under my windowsill in my bedroom. Like, she literally wouldn't come out of there. So, like, she didn't want to do anything. So a couple times, like, I mostly just left her there, but a couple times I just picked her out from under it, put her in my bed, and then I just crawled into bed like in the middle of the day. Just like have her spoon with me again. Just give her some of that comfort. And just like knowing that it was the last time. She meows no more. But she's also no longer in pain. So it's good. That is good. So there it is. You know it's coming, but when it happens, it's still, man. I was an absolute wreck. It's not cool. But anyway, there it is. There she is. Thank you, BB. Okay. However, life does go on. So, didn't stream for a couple of days because it was just gonna be rough, you know. But I do wanna get a fun stream going. We're gonna do some HBC. And slowly pick it back up again. So there it is. Ah. There we go. Thank you everybody for your support. It's just one of those things, it's gonna take time. I'm gonna miss her. But that's it. So first lap is for her. So. Life is good. Is that supposed to happen? Did I miss a... No, I didn't. Okay. There you go. That was Mouse's slap. Appropriate song, Nags. Appreciate it.